I guess we can start with the slap her around the world. That's what everybody's talking about today.
Hey, bro. Hey, where were you when that happened?
I was uh I was in my kitchen drunk,
Mm, it's a good place to be.
and then I saw it. Yeah, I saw it, and and I hit up my homegirl, and I was like, "Yo, did you see this?" Like, I didn't think it was real at first, and then I looked back at it. I was like, I just was laughing, sending a voice note to my homegirl, just saying like, "Yo, Will Smith just smacked the fuck out of Chris Rock,"
Bro,
and
I
I
don't
was
look.
laughing
I don't think
uncontrollably, bro.
I don't think nobody believed it was real until he starts spazzing. Like,
I just
cause he
saw it,
like,
and
bro, Vid was like tripping for like 30 minutes, bro. Like,
but what threw me
tripping.
off about it, was he laughed first, like he was laughing at the joke.
Right, right.
That's why I was like, man, it's corny. Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis,
Listen to
8-figure
me.
entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, but this man's going to teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and being able to scale and grow your businesses, AstenCeo. Blake, I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
You heard a couple.
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99?
99?
Yeah, okay. Y'all
Crazy,
tripping if
y'all.
y'all don't. But
Hey.
I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room. Will Smith, he laughed at the joke first. And he
Right.
was having it looked like he was having a hearty laugh. And then the camera panned back to Chris Rock. And then next thing you know, he walk up there and he just and to me, I was like, man, that's corny. I get it, but
Bro.
I'm like, you was doing the hard TV laugh at first, like the like big open mouth at first. That's the only reason I thought it was corny.
So you think he's wrong because of the laugh?
No, I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's right or wrong.
Uh,
I'm not ever gonna tell nobody what to not do about they lady, especially your wife. Not even like your girl, but your wife. It's different.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I ain't saying he
Exactly.
wrong. I'm just saying, just go up and smack. Why the laugh first? Like I feel like he laughed, like haha, just for the moment and the looks and stuff. And then I think he looked back and seen Jada wasn't laughing, and then went.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cause bro,
I think so too.
go back and just look at the footage, bro. He's laughing, having a hearty laugh. She's behind him. She ain't laughing. You don't see
Ain't
Will
laughing.
get up. The camera pans back to Chris Rock. That's why I think he was like, huh? And she was like, get him.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the laugh definitely had me like, oh wait, what just happened? Because he was chilling, but I did see from the jump that Jada was like, but it still never felt slap worthy. It still didn't feel that way. She
But
didn't just explode and left.
it was just the straw that broke the camel's back, man. Cause Will's been getting it from all sides, pause, for like a long time, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was a joke. I just think it was just a bunch of. I think he just tired, bro, and he just let it out. Cause think a lot of times like when you spazzed in the past. I know me at least. It don't be the thing right there that's made me spaz in the past. It be like a whole bunch of shit, and then it's this one little thing. It's like boom.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the first thing I said. I was like, man, my dog been going through a lot this past year too. And then look, this was even before I knew Chris was talking shit the last Oscars. He came on stage. I don't even know if you know this or not, but Jada was trying to boycott the Oscars. Chris Rock got on stage and was like, Jada boycott not don't judge my impression. But Jada boycotting the Oscars is like, what did he say? He said something about Rihanna, me not going to Rihanna's bedroom. And he was like, I wasn't invited in the first place. Like, so it's been like it's been like a thing, bro. And then of course, too, she dealing with stuff physically. So it's like you don't know what's going on at the crib. So he was like, man, I'm protecting my lady. Like you said, that's his wife, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said, hey, I ain't never gonna tell nobody. Yeah, however any man chooses to take up for his wife or defend his wife, he's right.
Right.
I just said it was corny to laugh at the joke and then go smack at the joke that you just laughed at. That's what I say is corny about it. Nothing of the. That's it. And then it sucks too that that's like gonna be like the two instances. Like that's his first Oscar,
right?
So it's like, damn, like the Oscars gonna be like with the slap. Like you remember Denzel's Oscars for Training Day, right? Everybody knows. Everybody remembers Halle looking fine in that dress, and it was like. But you know, even though I haven't seen the movie, I've seen the scene. But you still know that Halle's Oscar was from the movie Monsters Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody gonna remember that Will got this this Oscar from King Richard.
Yeah.
They gonna know he got the Oscar with the slap.
And I feel bad for Regina, for Amy Schumer, and for Wanda, cause they killed it.
I don't watch.
Ain't no. I watched it, of course.
Yeah, so you got to.
I was tuned in.
Yeah,
but it was good, bro.
You know, the only thing that I wish would have happened, I wish like, and I know Chris Rock, he was just so thrown off, like it ain't, but it showed his professionalism because he kept the show rolling. He was a little baffled, like, but I was like, if he would have said something, like, gosh, Will, if you this angry in March, I don't want to see you when August comes. Oh, like if he would have said something like that.
Hey.
If he would have said something like that. That would have been ultimate, like right after you get slapped. If he would have had the wherewithal to say that, bro, I would have been like, he the GOAT.
We not gonna skip past your genius though. Wait, let's not. Hey man, all 2022 we giving flowers, bro. So we not gonna skip past what you just did just now. Wait, hold on. This man does it all, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a Swiss Army knife, bro.
Hey. Hey, Chris Rock said, what that boy say? He say, tonight we're here to give out documentaries. He was baffled, bro. He was baffled. He was a lot of baffled.
But at the same time though, like I was gonna post something about it on social media, but with certain stuff, I'd be like, why do I need to post about it? The rest of the world's posting about it. And I don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Like me just posting something either LOLing or make a funny meme about it or a reel. Like like I'm seeing a bunch of people using like, and I get it. It's content they using like the slap. Like one of my homeboys, he does taxes. Like taxes is his thing, and he has like Chris Rock, and he got like entrepreneurs over Chris Rock, and then it got Will Smith walking up, and over Will Smith it says like that unexpected tax bill from the IRS, like slapping him. Like I'm seeing a lot of people using that stuff, but then I'll be like, man, I give information and game on my page. I'm like, I ain't about to. I'm gonna leave that to like the shade room and stuff. Cause certain stuff I'll be like everybody's talking. Like I get the interaction and social media and the engagement and wanting to be in on the conversation and stuff. But I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna sit this one out. Bro, and my homeboy and what'd you say?
No, I was saying I literally did a post and delete last night. I posted "Go Will" in my stories, and then I deleted it like instantly. I was like, "Nah, bro, get up! Don't do that. Get out of there."
And my homie, he put up on his story, which is true. Even though we're sitting here talking about it today, I just like it just happened. It's something to talk about to start off the pod. Excuse me. But my homie, he put up on his story. He says two types of people. And I agree and disagree with this. He says two types of people today. The ones getting to the money, the ones discussing Will and Jada that ain't bloggers. Pick your side. Let's get to it. So he's basically like, there's people getting to the money and there's people sitting here talking about gossip. I'm like, that is true. But at the same time, sometimes, not that I dislike his posts, but sometimes I dislike stuff like that. Like, dang, you can't do both. You can't get to the money and talk about Will and Jada.
Yeah.
Like I be hating when the people be like trying to shame the non-entrepreneurs or shame the people that ain't like making a whole bunch of money because they talking about the current event of the day. Like, I ain't talking about Will and Jada. I'm getting to the money. Like, bro, like you can't take 5 minutes out your day and talk about Will and Jada and still get to the money.
And look, trust me. They talking about Will and Jada. Trust me. Because you can't not do it. So they sneaking off to the
like
side.
I know if I hit him up to meet for happy hour or something today, he's gonna be talking about Will and Jada. Like I know for 100% fat, bro. He gonna be like, bro, you see that shit?
He should be like, nah, bro, I was getting to the money today. Nah, dog, I missed it. But yeah, it's a moment in time, bro, that you kind of gotta take your own moment to respect it. Maybe not the whole day, but it's impossible.
That is gonna go down in history though. Like that's on Will Smith's legacy. Like that's in the highlight reel. Like if there's gonna be a highlight of Will Smith, it's gonna be Fresh Prince. It's gonna be Independence Day. It's gonna show Men in Black. It's gonna show Pursuit of Happiness. and then it's gonna show like, but this last tail end, and that's why I'm like, that's why I was like, I wish the smack didn't happen how it did, because this tail end of Will Smith, it ain't been looking good.
Mm.
And it's just
Mm.
like the worst. Because I'm a big fan of Will Smith, or
Mhm.
was. I say, for the last like couple years, I've been hating Will Smith is getting on my last nerves. I'd be like, why don't him and his family shut the fuck up? I won't even say him. It ain't been him.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. From the outside looking in,
Yeah.
it just be like Jada putting that man through it, bro. Cause she the one
Hey,
always talking.
she the one made that man get up on that stage and slap the shit out of Chris Rock because he
But
was
but
like,
it but it
"Huh."
that's what I'm saying. It's just a buildup of him feeling certain ways of everybody talking about. And he even said up on stage, like in the business that he's in, you gotta just be cool with people talking about you and laugh about it like it don't matter. And then people only talk about them the way they talk about them because Jada's always talking about them.
Right, right.
That's the only reason people talking about him, bro. Because Jada's always talking and putting all their business out there constantly.
Yeah, yeah,
You ain't never heard Will
yeah,
Smith say nothing about nothing till he basically got forced to because of Jada's talking
yeah.
and
He he never came with any details. Like anytime he would talk about their relationship, it'll be like super positive and motivational and like a lesson. He'd be like, what me and Jada had to learn is I can make her happy.
yeah,
Yeah,
people
it'd be stuff like that, but he
and
ain't
and,
like
and it will be some real game because certain stuff he will be saying will
exactly.
be true. But then she just keep on yapping and yapping and yapping. And it gets to the point where Will got to start talking about they personal stuff that should, in my belief system, stay in house. I'm like, you got a relationship with somebody and a marriage with somebody. I'm like, don't everybody outside of y'all two need to know about that? You feel me? And then on top of that, it's like it's like it went from giving the good advice in the game, like you said, to the point of where they sitting at a red table and pounding each other up and saying bad marriage for life. I'm like, man, what the fuck is y'all doing?
Yeah,
Like, bro,
yeah, bro.
they really pounded and said, like, made a play on the
I know.
Bad Boys song and said bad marriage for life. Like,
Yeah,
it gotten
bro.
to that point just because she won't shut up, bro.
Yeah, that was painful for me to watch. And it hurt when I saw them pound up with the bad marriage. It hurt my soul to see that, man. For real, for real. Cause he was
So,
already looking crazy the whole time. And he
yeah.
just had to take that on the chin, like one hit after the next, bro.
And show me something
Yeah.
else, too. Chris Rock can take a punch.
that, was, that was all he said was, "Oh."
And Chris Rock got and he had on slippery shoes. Come on, you know them shoes ain't got no grip.
Uh,
I've always wondered why they
uh,
made like dress shoes like that. Like, why is it illegal to have grip on dress shoes?
just in case you gotta get your James Brown on. you, you never know, dog. You never know what the night gonna call for, man.
But you can still get your James Brown on. Chris Brown be doing it.
Hey,
Chris Brown
don't
will do it
don't
in
ever
Vans, Blazers.
don't ever talk to me about the unicorns of the world where the rules don't apply.
Chris
No
Brown a
rules
goat.
apply to Chris Brown. No rules apply to Drake. No rules apply to any of these people. The
But
Gen
but
Pop.
but the other how I said the Will Smith stuff, I thought it was corny. Like the way he did it after laughing, you know what I thought was not corny at all? When he was like apologizing. He apologized to like the show. He did not apologize to Chris Rock. I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, stand on
not
it.
at all. Yeah, 10 toes
But
down.
the business mind kicked in though, because I was like, all right, what if this was staged? Or even if it wasn't staged, I'm like, I know it wasn't. I'm just saying the what if. Like that's what my mind went to. And then I was like, even outside of the what if, like they can really make a lot of money off of this. I bet. I bet. Let's just I don't know when. Chris Rock coming to the red table to talk.
I don't know if he'll come
Watch
to the
it
red
happen.
table,
Watch it
but
happen. Chris Rock is gonna sit
I
down at
did
the
say
red
last
table
night
with
that
Jada. Watch.
look like the Godfather.
Bro,
She
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be an
sitting at the
episode.
table.
Just remember when I said this. March 28th, 2002. I said Chris Rock is gonna be at the red table. They're gonna get a whole bunch of views and make a whole bunch of money off of it. Just remember it. And then when it happens, we're gonna flip back to this, and I'm gonna say, told you. And I'm gonna get to post it. They gonna like it. They gonna be like, he did say that. He did say that. I'll be like, I did.
Nah, I don't see a red table talk. I was saying last night, I see within the next few days, maybe a week, Will coming out and apologizing to Chris. I see that.
Red table talk, man.
I'm scared. I'm scared to have Chris Rock on red table because Will gonna be sitting there like, you better not say.
Nah. It's just gonna be Will and Jada. I mean, Chris and Jada. The daughter ain't gonna be there. The granny ain't gonna be there.
I don't see it, bro. Oh well, I do. Okay. If that is the case, Will gonna be off camera, ready,
Nah, he got to
ready
be
to
there.
protect,
He got to be
ready to
there.
protect his queen.
And the thing that I didn't like neither, because I've been watching this show Bel Air.
Right.
Will on Bel Air can fight. Like Will on Bel Air with a debt boom. I'm like, come on, Will. This like why? Like Will on Bel Air with a debt boom and been hitting them on the ground and stuff. Like it really would have been
Too much. Too much. Look, Will is a repeat offender of the slap and laugh. Let's not forget what
Well,
he
that
did on
one
the
time he
red
slapped though,
carpet.
that was like self-defense though. The dude tried to kiss him.
I know, but he slapped him and laughed.
He's like, oh, yo.
He's a repeat offender of the slap and smirk, bro. And that's
Yeah,
the most disrespectful thing. Well, the second most disrespectful thing you
Spit.
can do.
Yeah, spits first. Like you
Spit is
spit on
first,
somebody.
and then slap is second.
Like somebody spit on me. Like I don't know, bro. I might be willing to risk it all.
You just see red.
Nah, I don't think I. Me now, at who I am now, I don't think I would. I don't think I would go red and risk it all. Just because I be
Really?
like, yeah, me and my homeboy, we had a conversation about this, not about the spitting, but there's certain stuff that he's willing to put his life on the line for that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm like, bro, I'm not down to die for this. Like I got stuff to do and accomplish and great things to be and people to be here for and stuff. So the example he used was our mamas. He said if if a particular, I ain't even gonna name drop who we was talking about because I don't want no smoke. But basically, it was like if a super powerful individual came up and slapped your mama, what would you do? And I said, I probably wouldn't do nothing because the blowback from my retaliation, I might get killed. So I'm like, I would hope my mama uh, could could survive one slap. Like she gonna be all right. He was like, nah, bro, I don't care who he is. I'm about to die. I'll die over that. I'm like, what is that proving? You think your mama wants you to die over her getting slapped?
Yeah, that's real. When you put it that way, that's real.
She gonna be like, yeah, I got
Or
slapped, and he loved me. He died for that. No, the rest of her life is about to be miserable because you chose to die over her getting slapped.
yeah, and then being a mother, she gonna be blaming herself, taking up for her son. Like
Yes.
maybe I shouldn't have been there in the first place. It's my fault. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. It's my fault. My son ain't here.
And so I'm like, bro, there's certain stuff now to certain life experiences that I've experienced. I'm like, I want to experience them again
Mm-hmm.
and on bigger levels and be here for people. And this dude, he got a daughter and a wife. I'm like, so you would just leave your daughter and your wife because your mom and your mama because she got slapped. Hey man, there's some stuff principle, bro. I'm like, I've been knowing niggas dying for years off of principle.
Right.
Like too
So
many.
this is my question. This is my question. Where does it start to shift into risking it all? Like if a slap won't do it, would like a kick or attempted murder or
It
assault?
gotta be
Like
like a life or death situation.
mm,
Like even take last night for example with Will and Jada. It be there's so many men that have gotten in terrible situations where they've gotten extremely physically hurt because they woman didn't shut up. I know we
that's
all
real.
know chicks and seen dudes that get in fights they ain't want to get into because they woman chose to get into it with somebody in a public place. And he
Right.
like, damn, I got to do this now.
Yeah.
I don't seen people get put like I don't seen a dude for real. He was leaking out. It was scary, bro. He was leaking out his ear, and he was having a seizure on the ground in a parking garage
Sheesh.
because his chick chose to get into it with somebody.
Yeah. That's why I'm
So
all
then, so
about
then if
prevention.
but you can only prevent to a certain level. Imagine if your lady she drunk or something and she get into it with somebody and then the dude disrespect her, then you as a man, you ain't got no choice. Like you can only prevent
I,
stuff that you do. You can't prevent stuff that others do.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like taking it a step further. So like for example, this is a super minor scale, but if I see a sketchy dude or like a dirty, just maybe like drugged out dude on the street or whatever coming towards our direction, I'm gonna move Viv away from that situation before it unfolds. Before he
So you're prejudiced.
possibly no, no, not at
You just
all.
said if you see
Not
a
at all.
sketchy dude, what makes a dude sketchy outside of just a dude?
Like he's like walking down Hollywood and he's like, fuck them all. Fuck them all. Like he's just like, bro, LA is crazy, bro.
No,
Like
I
I
know.
probably see way more out here than you have. So I'm gonna be like, all right, I see this man 100 feet away. We just gonna move around. So we ain't gotta deal with that. So
But I
taking it
but
back.
the examples that I'm using though, it's not the guy with mental issues walking down Hollywood Boulevard with no shoes, no socks. screaming, fuck them
See, you know
all,
what I'm talking
fuck them all.
about. you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you talking about. Every time I'm on Hollywood, I see at least 15 of them. And I'll be like, fuck, Hollywood's
Bro.
is a scary place. It ain't like what you
So I
it ain't like what you think, bro.
stay away. I stay away. He walking right on the stars.
Bro, I see.
I'm cool.
Man, I was I, I was telling you earlier before we start recording about the dude that I met at the bar last night. What the
Yeah.
reason why I was drunk in my kitchen when I saw the Will and Jada stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Because this dude, he gave me an extra drink. You know, every Sunday I go steak Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I get my steak and I get 2 old fashions. That's the routine. Go home. I meet this dude. We having a conversation. He tells me he got 5 jobs. I'm like, you got 5 jobs. You asked earlier, you was like, he got 5 jobs or like 5 streams of income. I was like, nah, bro. He said he got 5. He got 5 jobs. And then I basically just gave him some game on like how he can get no jobs or just have the one job. And I guess he was appreciative of the game that I told him, and he enjoyed the conversation. I'm about to leave. I just paid for my stuff. I just signed the receipt and stuff. I'm getting up. He said, "Hey, my man, get him one more old fashioned on me." I was like, and them old fashions are strong, bro. So it was like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That one little that 2 to that 3. I was like, all right. And then but I felt like I had to take it. Like, that's rude to not
Pause.
that's rude to not take, like, you know, like alcohol etiquette. Like, you can't be
Yeah,
like,
you have to. Yeah.
so. And then once he brought it, I couldn't be like, nah, you just drink it, because I saw the whole dinner, and he was a pretty buff dude too. I saw he only had one old fashioned the whole time, so I'm like, I know he ain't about to drink it. He had a steak. He got 3 lobster tails and like 4 sides, and he ate it all. So on top of that, I was like, man, I don't want to be
Yeah.
possibly disrespecting this monstrous man. And then he was like,
This D-line.
and then he was like, and then he was it was his 40th birthday. He had just turned 40. I was like, oh, milestone. He's like, yeah, man, if I would have met you yesterday, I would have told you to come through. He was showing me like footage of where he had his birthday stuff at, and I was like, yeah. But his main job, he works. I think he said his main job is the Marriott. I was telling him I was thinking about going to New Orleans this weekend, until I didn't realize that the Final Four was in New Orleans. So I was
Final
like, oh.
Four, yeah.
I was like, well, I'm not going to New Orleans, because it's gonna be. I guess that would be the weekend to go if you going for like turn, because it's gonna be turn. It's gonna just be people, and I just want to go eat. I want to sit in a hotel for 3 days, relax, sleep. One thing I like to do when I travel, I be catching up on sleep, because you know me and sleep got like we be tussling.
Yeah.
Catch up on sleep.
I'm the same way.
And eat. That's all I want to do. I want to go to like 2 nice restaurants a day and just eat for them 2-3 days and go back to my room. I don't want to do the Bourbon Street and the turning up and the hand grenades and look at chicks' titties. And I don't want to do all that. I just want to eat.
Just want to eat. Man, yeah, that'd be a good trip. Man, I'm trying to think last time we went to. When last time you been to New Orleans? Well, what was that, like 6 years ago? 5 years ago?
Nah, it wasn't that. 20. Damn, maybe it was.
Bro. Don't sleep on time.
When you moved to LA?
2016.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah, bro. Time be moving,
Dang,
dog.
I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Look, I've had 2 moments this year where I realized time is moving, bro. I talked to Joe on my birthday. Joe was like, over 15 years. I was like, dang, I have been knowing you for 15 years. And then I talked to McCall the other day, and then he said, what did he say? Yeah, McCall was like 10 years or something like that. I was like, man, this is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It don't feel like it at all.
Yeah, but the dude, shoot, if Joe's known you for 15, then damn, I've known you for what? I met you in 09.
Bro,
So it's,
we pushing some numbers of friendship.
damn.
Hey, we
but
pushing some numbers, man.
the dude that I was talking to when I broke down, like, the typical person, they think more work equals more money.
Right.
That's not the case at all. I've never seen nobody. Everybody that I know that got 2, 3 jobs, they struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Like, think
Yeah.
about that, bruh. They be like, shoot, man, I got 2 jobs. And they wear the, like, I got 2 jobs, like, as a badge of honor. Like, I got 2 jobs. Speaking of Chris Rock, everybody hates Chris. Julius, uh, Pam, I don't know what her character's name was on Everybody Hates Chris, but Pam was his wife, right? Pam would be
Yeah.
like, she would always quit her jobs because she was saying, I don't need this job. My man got 2 jobs. And they was poor as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm like, in this dude's
Yeah.
mind, he's like, man, I'm out here hustling. I'm getting to it. I'm like, I'm like, this is the combo we have. And I'm like, yeah, you could be getting to it way more with way less work. It's like you got this full-time job. He basically got a full-time job and 4 part-time jobs. I'm like, why don't you condense? I'm like, they obviously hiring you for something. Why don't you take that something and do it for yourself or as a side hustle, and then like maybe make it into a business? Like my homie, Chris Senegal.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I can't remember exactly what it was he did for corporate, but he did something as far as like with railroad systems or something. When
Mm-hmm.
Chris quit his job, he started consulting railroad companies and training in what he used to do for the company. So he
Right.
basically quit and then just started coaching companies on what his job used to be. I'm like, you could do
Yeah.
some. Like, I'm more than
High
confident.
time.
I could probably go to companies and have like sales trainings.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And they'll pay. That's something you should think about, bro. Honestly.
No, I don't like working. I'm cool. That would be
But
work.
I'm saying, like, not even on no, people get paid the bands to pull up and what they call them, keynote speakers.
Yeah, I would do something like that.
Yeah, you
Like
can pull up, be a keynote speaker.
I heard David Shands talking on his podcast, and he was saying he did something for, was it CarMax? Oh no, he went and spoke. He got paid to speak for somebody, but Shands, he doesn't do speaking events anymore. He used to. He was like, he doesn't do paid
Mm-hmm.
speaking events. But I guess this one popped up, and he was just like, okay, it's
Yeah.
like 30 minutes. And he did it on Zoom. Like, it wasn't like a,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta catch the flight somewhere,
I
but
think I remember watching the podcast when he talked about that.
yeah, but I'm not a fan of doing more work. It's like the convo I was having with him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I could do a lot more things and make some money somewhere, but I'm like, but that will really be taken away from my income because I would be having to take time away from the main thing
Right.
versus just putting all of that energy and effort into the main thing and running up a big bag with that versus taking energy off of it and then the bag
Mhm.
gets smaller. But then I'm like, yeah, but I got that bag and that bag and that bag and that one. Well, I'm like, this one can blow all them other ones out the water.
Right. Yeah, that's real. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, and I had mentioned you because I was going through the steps. I was like, yeah, he finally convinced me to get into the educational space, and then I was just telling her like, she could think about doing the same thing with what she does.
Everybody you know in LA is in the wrong business, bro.
You think so?
I know so. Everybody's in the wrong business. And everybody you know in LA, I won't say everybody. Majority of the people I've met in your friend circle in LA, majority of them have like a high skill set. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're very good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But what they do is not scalable.
Right. And that was our conversation this morning.
Yeah, so
That was our conversation.
take E for example. Like E dope. E and Samo dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see them in person. And then when y'all rented that mansion and stuff, and like really seeing everything in like in real time,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is dope. But then how I'm thinking, and that's when I just got into I was freshly new in the educational space because I sit down with E and I said, hey bro, look, man, y'all need to get on this. At the time I had made like I think like 60 something thousand in a month. Like at the month so far, it was like at 50 something or 60 something thousand. I was like, man, y'all need to get on it. I was like, yo, this is dope. But hey, look, if you could, if you could just tell people how they can do this, because I'm like, think of them hours. How many hours per day would you say y'all was on set? Because I remember we was getting there at like 7 something in the morning and
Yeah.
leaving at like 8 at dark time.
Yeah. The general rule of thumb for film days is 12 hours.
So, and I only came to set 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's why I was like, this film life ain't for me. I was like, they got here they got here when it was dark and left when it was dark, basically.
And then this the crazy part. Even a 12-hour day is pretty light depending on what your role is. Cause a lot of times, like let's say you hair and makeup, you might be there for 15 hours. Because you got to get there before everybody. You got to set up before the
Yeah.
first person even come in, and then if you doing something with like a show like Winning Time where you got afros and mustaches and covering up tattoos and all that type of stuff, you can't leave until the last person is gone.
Yeah, and that didn't make sense to me because y'all was leaving, like certain people would be there. Like say Chelsea, for example. Chelsea would be there at like 8 o'clock, but didn't have nothing to do until 2:30. I'm like,
Yeah.
why don't you just come at like 2?
Yeah, no, that's the industry. It's Like we say,
That's
hurry up and
dumb.
wait.
That's
Hurry up and wait.
dumb. But I'm just saying, why do we have why do if that's industry standards, like who's to say that that has to be the standard? Like say it was your project, right?
Right.
You could be like you don't have to go by the what you say, hurry up and wait. You could be like, yo, this is
Uh-huh.
stupid. You don't have to shoot nothing until 2:30. Be here an hour before.
Right. See, the
Or if she
only
got to do hair and makeup and stuff, you ain't got to come on till 2:30. Come at noon. Like why she had to be there at 8?
yeah, because this is what happens. This is what happens the majority of the time. Nothing goes as planned. So something may happen, and then you may like let's say you shooting 2 scenes in a day, and that's really a lot for real, for real. You don't supposed to even do that, but just for example purposes, you may say I'm gonna shoot scene 2 and 4, but then some may happen, or you may come, have a Jesus meeting with the directors, cinematographer, maybe the set designer, whomever, and then be like, okay, we actually need to shoot scenes 4 and 2. 4 first before we get to 2. That makes more sense. So
Mm.
if you have the talent on set, you're able to make those decisions. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like that with everything, Like if if you don't shoot till 4, they're not gonna ask you to get there at 8 in the morning unless your hair and makeup take that long. But generally speaking, you're gonna be there maybe 3 to 4 hours before you shoot. At least at the bare minimum.
Got a dollar? All right, bet. Look, what if I told you that for that dollar, you can get access to every course, training, and ebook from a 7-figure entrepreneur? Information that has people having 5-figure months, 6-figure years, and firing their jobs. Then what if I told you for that dollar, you get an opportunity to be a 50-50 business partner with said 7-figure entrepreneur, where you literally get to learn while you earn? And then what if I told you for that dollar, you get additional training from other 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs? And this is all updated weekly. And then what if I told you for that dollar, a member within the community is giving $500 each and every week? Does that sound like something that you're interested in? If so, go ahead, click the link, and join a community of like-minded individuals that's focused on getting to the bag just like you. For that $1, you can get access to the community for 1 entire week. After that week, if you like it, which I know you're going to love it, it's only less than $1 a day after that. Literal pennies. We're showing people that it's crowded at the top. I'll see you on the other side.
I guess I just be saying like I just be like, man, fuck the rules, man. I'd be like, let's make some new rules.
Right, right.
Let's let's make some new rules.
Yeah.
Or if it's just stuff that I'm doing, I just be like, all right, this is stupid. Like I tried to do the wake up. Oh, you gotta if you want to be successful, wake up at 4 a.m. like the successful people do. I was waking up at 4 a.m. and I was like, all right, this might work for y'all. That that ain't me. And I get, if you wake up at 4 to 8, you get that much more work done, productivity or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I'm just waking up at 4 and I'm like upset that I chose to wake up. Like, why did you choose to wake up at 4? And then I don't be productive. Like I still won't start doing nothing till like 11 a.m. So I'm like, I just got a whole 7 hours wasted of just trying to figure something out to do.
Right.
Instead of just doing my thing. Then I pushed it back. Then I was like, all right, this 4 ain't working. Let's do 5. Nah, it's 5 ain't working. Let's do 6.
Yeah.
And then I just got to a point where I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just wake up when I wake up and get what I need to get done.
And
And
that's why I've been doing the same thing. I've been waking up at just like weird hours though. Like today, I woke up at 4. The other day, I fell asleep on the couch at like 7. So I was up at like 12:30. So I was just like, man, I'm up. So hey, My day done started. Like,
Nah, bro.
I ain't got no regimen, but
Like after this, because I ain't sleep well last night, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I'm gonna take a nap. But I'm just like,
take a nap.
this. I just be like, man, it's just. I just feel like rules need to be broken, especially if you know the game. Like one of my sayings,
For sure.
like one of my taglines, I'd be like, learn learn the rules so you can effectively break them. Learn the game so you can effectively break the rules. So I'm like, I'll learn the game. I'll learn the game so I can be like, all right, the game go like this. This is a flawed part of the game that can be done better. So let's go ahead and break their rule and do it how I want to do it versus people just stick to the standards of everything. Like
Right.
old buddy at the bar, he's sticking to the 9 to 5, get another job, get another job, I'm like, all right, if we sit here and we actually take some time to observe the game of, what I call the 40-40-40 scheme, work 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of your income. We know the game, and then we can just see everybody else around, like who's really winning. Is it the people that just go work more and work more and work more? All right, I know the game. Let's
Right.
break the rules. I quit. I ain't doing that. And then I've come to find the less work that I do, the more money I make. So I'm like, let's go ahead and break the rules.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in everything you just said too, and I be telling the same people, not the same people, but I tell people when they have questions like about photography and filming and stuff like that, I'd be like, I'm grateful I ain't go to film school, cause everybody that I know who's gone to film school, they be like, man, the book said you gotta do it like this, and I'd be like, nah, I'd be like,
Like, do what makes the photo look good. What does it matter what
exactly.
the book said?
So what like so
And,
what I do tell people though, I'd be like you said, learn the rules so you can break them. So like you said, like you were talking about do what make the photo look good. Like there are certain things that you can do to set like a proper quote unquote foundation, but then that's just the foundation and then you can do what you want. So it's just good to know it at least. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it ain't
And
no
and
like, yeah, man.
and speaking of the book, bro, yesterday too, before I went to go get my dinner, I'm on a walking trail. I was shooting some content on this walking trail in front of this tree. And this dude, he just comes and it be a conversation piece. I don't know why people choose to stop and have conversations with me when I'm filming content,
Yeah, yeah.
but they always do because I guess it's just looks out the norm to them. Because I had my tripod, I had my phone up on the tripod, I got my little microphone that hooks into the phone, and he walked up to me, and it's like a walking trail on this side, then there's a bayou, then there's a walking trail on the other side. So it's like
Mm.
a big distance between the two sides of them. On the other side of the street, all the way back, all the way back. This stuff got to be like 200 something yards away, 300 yards, whatever. As a church. My microphone's pointed, like my phone's there. He comes up, he taps me on my shoulder. I'm like looking back at my recording. I was shooting ads. He taps me, he says, "Can you hear him in the church?" I said, "What?" He's like, can you hear the microphone? Can you pick up on them in the church? I'm like, nah, this little bitty microphone is not picking up on conversations 200 yards away in this church.
Oh
So he's
man.
like, well, what are you doing? And I told him, I said, well, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm out here, I'm just filming some ads to advertise this community that I have. He's like, a community? What's that? I was like, I help entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs like reach their endeavors. basically just teach about entrepreneurship, right? Come find out, he said, "Oh, I teach an entrepreneurship class at Rice University." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "But to be honest, I don't know anything about entrepreneurship. You probably know more than me." He said, "I know." He says, "Biology's my thing." I'm like, "Well, why the hell are you teaching a entrepreneurship class at a prestigious, like Rice is a good school?"
Yeah, Rice is a great school. I almost went to Rice.
And I'm like, bro, that's my issue with school. That's why I be like, school's bullshit.
Yeah. And the fact
I
that
met the man. I tell him I'm an entrepreneur and I have a community where I teach entrepreneurship. He says, "Oh, I'm a professor. I teach an entrepreneurship class at Rice University. I don't know anything about entrepreneurship though. My thing's biology." Why the hell are you teaching an entrepreneurship class at Rice University?
Yeah.
And then and then
Yeah, man.
and then that just took me back because my thing on beefs that I had with certain teachers and professors in college would be I would be asking them if they did what they're teaching before. And they would say no. Like in college, I'd be like, "Have you done this?" Or I was in a small business management class. I asked the teacher, "Have you managed a small business?" No. What am I'm not coming to your class. No, then it would be I would find out if they take because certain classes you can get they take credit for attendance in certain classes. Then I will find do you give credit for attendance? No, you gotta earn your grades and earn all right, cool. I'm never coming to this class. I will show up on test days. Test days, midterms, finals. That's it. Cause I'm like, I can read out the book. I can read out the book on my own time versus 8 a.m. right after I just had a 5 a.m. weightlifting session and conditioning and mandatory breakfast. I could be asleep right now instead of like like in your class.
Yeah.
Like all the
that's
the only time I would show up in classes was if I felt like it was gonna be like a difficult class where you need to have that relationship with the professor. Like what was that class that you failed that you had to come back for like a whole nother semester for one class? You went out on me, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What was that class that you failed that you had to come back for a whole semester just for one class?
Yeah, it was a finance class with Dr. V.
Dr. V.
Dr. V.
I went to every Dr. V class because I knew you failed it and I knew you didn't go to class. And then when it came time to have that talk to can you help me out? She said, "You never I ain't even gonna do a voice." She said, "You never come." Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. She said, "You never come to class." I just remember only thing I remember from her class, it was some dude that did something with the universe. I mean the universe, the government, named Ben
The black
Bernanke.
dude?
I don't know what it. I just know Ben Bernanke. That's the only thing I remember. I don't know what the hell he did, why he was important. I just remember it because of the way Ben Bernanke. And I was just like, look, I know Jazz was in this class. He wasn't coming to class. He needed this class. You needed that one class to graduate. That one single class.
I did.
And she knew that and didn't help you out. So I was like, nah, I'm coming to every one of these classes, boy. I'm gonna be early.
Yeah.
I'm there. And I didn't know nothing.
There is nothing I can do.
Bro, I did not know one single thing in that class, bro. I'm failing every test, and it was summer school. So summer school's like a condensed. Uh, they fitting everything of a semester into a few weeks, and each class was
Yeah.
like, and each class I'm in every single day is like 4 hours. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's tough right there, bro. I couldn't even handle her hour and 20 minutes.
yeah, because summer school, them classes be long, bro. So I think I had her. I think I had her like, or that might have been that might have been a class that I had every day in summer school for like multiple hours per day. But
That's
then,
trash.
and I failed. And I think we only had 3 tests, and that's what your grade was based off of, the 3 tests. It wasn't like we had assignments, and it was,
Yeah.
or maybe 2 tests. It was either 2 or 3 tests, and that's it. That's your grade.
You just made me think about one day I popped in that joint. I had been missing for weeks. I popped in on test day. She handing out the test. Good morning. Good morning. She handed me mine. She literally rolled her eyes, bro, when she handed me the test. I was like, what's that about? I ain't did you nothing. Like, but what's crazy is how life works. When I came back, because I had to wait a semester because Southern had budget cuts. When
Yeah.
I came back for the semester that they had the class, I was still hooping, but now it was with the Trotters, and she was okay with me missing class.
Because you was traveling.
But I still wasn't there.
You was trotting the globe versus being right there on campus and just not coming.
Yeah, see, it's ego, man. It's ego with people, man. she got to get over herself.
No, but I had
hope
the
she's
relationship
better
with her.
today.
Like say if we had 3 tests, I failed, not just failed, bro. Like failed the fuck out
Like,
of the 2. Like
bombing. Yeah.
like super bomb, not like where you almost got a D or something. And I needed a C in the class. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them classes you need a C in, right? So I'm like,
Yes.
not even like D's or nothing, or high F's. Like it's like, bro,
Yeah.
like I ain't get nothing right. Like, and it wasn't that I wasn't trying, because I knew I needed to graduate. I just couldn't comprehend like nothing that they were talking about, bro. This is what you degreed in, bro. I even met up with you one time, like for a study session or something. I was like, bro, can you help? You was like,
I ain't got.
that's the class. It was finance 101. I was like, bro, can you help? You was like, shh. I was like, bro, you just made me more confused. You didn't help with nothing. I'm like, bro, you have a degree in this, and this is 101. This is the introduction to what you have a degree in. You was
Hey,
like, bro, I can't help you.
Cause it ain't real world. It ain't real world, man. That's why. It ain't real world, dog.
But I went to her though, because I'm like, it's final. I don't fail the other 1 or 2 tests that we had. Bombed the midterm. Like maybe got like a single percent. 8% on the mid, like bad, bro. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and I was like, asked her if we can meet. And I was like, man, can we I'm like, man, it's just, can we have like some one-on-one study sessions or something? Cause I just need some help. Like I need a C in this class.
Yeah.
You done seen I'm getting 8% on these tests. And she was just like, don't worry about that. You'll do fine. You'll do fine. I'm like, I like the encouragement, but I'm not gonna do fine. I like to have a positive mindset, but I have no proof of concept. My history is not showing that I'm gonna do fine. And like I have to graduate. I can't come back here as a regular student. Like if I don't get this, I'm not gonna graduate, period. Like because of this one class.
Yeah.
She said, trust me, she just kept saying, trust me, you'll do fine, Blake, you'll do fine. I was like, Dr. V, please, just listen to me. She's like, you're not. And then she looked me in my eyes and she said, Blake, you're not going to fail. You will graduate and you will be fine. I was like, okay,
That's what he's waiting on.
okay.
Hey, them 4 hours a day, got your voice on point. That man got a whole character study over there. He killing it over there.
And
I
she was
close
like,
my eyes, boy, I might think I'm at something.
all she said was, she said, you are going to graduate. You will not fail. You will graduate and you will be fine. I was like, all right. Then I double checked before I walked out the door. I was like, so I'm graduating. She was like, you will graduate. I was like, bet.
Well, she looked me in my eyes and was like,
There's
I had a
nothing
whole
I can
different
do for
experience.
you.
Bro, I literally look, bro, I probably looked like Will Smith in the eyes that day. And I think she started to get a little nervous. Her body language her body language was telling me that she was nervous, bro.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, all right, like, cause literally I started to get frustrated, mad, disappointment, like the realism starts setting in, like, bro. And then I guess like the way I was looking made her uncomfortable, and then seeing that she was uncomfortable calmed me down to be like, all right, you're doing too much. It is your fault. Just exit stage left.
Like
You didn't
class,
go to
like classes
class,
like that,
bro,
bro.
at all.
Classes like that, bro. I'd be like, man, I need to show up so they see my face every single class. I'm sitting in the front. I'm talking. I'm asking if we can have like study set. Can I come in after hours? Like that's how I would be talking to her. Dr. V,
Mhm.
what time do you leave campus? Like, can I come by your office this evening and we can go over this type of stuff? Even though we wouldn't, she'd be like, oh, I don't have time or we can't do it. I'm like, well, can I how's 7 a.m. sound? Like, if you can't do it after, can I come in early? And just sitting up front. And I'm like, I need this relationship. Like you need to see me
She probably thought she
trying.
was trying to get at her.
Nah, like you need to see the effort. Like she saw that I was putting in effort. Like even if I wasn't, which I was, but even if I wasn't even attempting to take in the information, it at least looks like I am because
Right.
I'm there all the time. And I'm raising my hand and I'm asking questions in class and don't even know what I'm asking. Just asking a question just so it just seems like I'm like in it. And like I'm here to learn. So she say something about Ben Bernanke. So Ben Bernanke, why did he do what you just said?
He just be random too. Like, didn't Google go public today? He just random.
But them relationships is valuable, bro.
Yeah.
Same on this end, because them relationships, that's who's gonna be looking out for you. I saw something. Who said it? I can't remember who said it. But it was basically like what would you what was it? It was something like what would you do if you lost it all or something, or it was one of them questions like that, like if a millionaire lost it all or something, what would he do? And he's like, or maybe it was one of them credit questions, like would you rather have this amount of money or this credit score or this much money like per week or something like that. Whatever it was, I can't remember, but the dude was basically like his relationships alone, he'll never be broke. just off of his relationships. He's like, my credit score can be 0. He's like, I don't need a credit score because of his relationships. He's like, I got so many solid relationships with people, and I've built with so many people. I've added value to so many people. And he was like, God forbid if if shit hits the fan tomorrow, he's like, I can hit him up, I can hit him up, I can hit her up, and they're gonna give me what I need. And then with what I know, he's like, I can go redo it, re-get it again, and then give them their bread back. I was like, that's where I need to be at. Like who could you call?
Hey man, you can hit me up, brother. I got some ducats for you. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up anytime, man. If you
Or like
go,
my man,
if it
or like
go
my man
low.
when the pandemic first hit, one of my friends hit up another one of my friends and was like, yo, I don't know if the world ending or whatnot. It's looking spooky. This was like when it first happened, like NCAA, NBA just canceled. Like this is the week the NBA canceled, March Madness got canceled. Everybody was scared. It was like, my boy, he was like panicking. He was like, yo, Blake, get as much money as you can right now. Liquidate everything. If you can sell it, sell it. He's like, get rid of it. Get rid of Have as much cash on hand as you possibly can, because we don't know what's going to happen, and we need to be prepared. And I was like, what? And I had some houses on the market too. He's like, bro, sell them for cheap. Get whatever you can out of them right now. Sell them houses. Get this money. He's like, sell it for 50. I don't care what you guys sell it for. Get rid of them. Your lines of credit?
Sell it.
Pull. He was like, your lines of credit, tap them out. Pull all the money off your lines of credit. You got what? You got 60,000 line here, a 60,000 line here. Pull off 60 out. Get 120,000 outright. I don't care what you own. Pull off the lines of credit. Max out your credit cards. Liquidate your credit cards. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like he was talking like that. And my man's told him, he was like, hey, I think he offered him like 100 racks or something. He's like, hey, look, I don't know your situation or what this is about to turn into, but just know if you need it. And they weren't even talking about no money or nothing. He just yo, what's good, bro? Oh, nothing, just want to let you know, like, if stuff gets tight for you, bro, I got 100 you can hold till you get back on your feet. He was like, oh, bet, good looking, bro. I was like, really? He just randomly called you just because stuff looked bad and was like, hey, bro, if you need 100, holler at me and just get it back to me when you don't need it. I was like, that's fire right there, bro. So I was thinking of him when I heard the dude say the stuff, like, how many people could he hit up? Because he done helped a lot of people down here, bro. And this my mans that you met. That had when we was doing that one stuff when he pulled up the G-Wagon, the I-8 for us.
Oh yeah, cool peoples.
And off of their relationship, because my man's, he done helped so many people. Their relationship got started off of, he was friends, like good friends with the realtor. He said he wanted to flip houses or whatever. The realtor linked him with Marlon on some deal, and the deal was a bad deal. My man's told him, he was like, hey, he told the realtor, he was like, hey, this is a terrible deal. Like, why are you trying to get your friend to buy it? Because the realtor was gonna get his little piece out of it. He's like, this is a terrible deal. Like, there's no way possible he's gonna make any money off. Like, you're gonna take a big L on this. Why are you telling your mans to buy his deal? Oh man, look, he don't know no better, man. Look, he'll buy it. Just like, that's what the realtor's telling him.
Yeah.
my man's off of how solid he is. He was like, he told him, he was like, yo, I don't know what's up with your man's, but don't get this. Like, you gonna lose a bunch of money. Like, that's how their relationship started.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Just
real.
off of, and then they done made money together and stuff. And
Right.
he owns a bunch of everything he owns ain't got no mortgage on it. Like, he just be buying.
Mm.
I know he got a few houses. I don't know how many, but ain't no liens on them hoes. Ain't no mortgages on them.
Yeah. Just buying them.
But I'm like, off of
that's
that, I'm like,
fire.
I already know there's at least 5 to 7 people I can just think of off the top of my head that I know they might not would give them 100, but they would probably give them like 20, 30, 10. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cold.
That's how it should be, bro. Like I always like when because they've used it so much now, but well, I've seen it so much over the years, but like it's like a meme where they just talking about if a dude in your circle ain't got it, if everybody just chip in, it could be $10, it could be $100. Like let's just say 10 people in the crew, one of them dead broke. If everybody
Mhm.
just chip in 100, now he got $900.
Yeah, and it won't hurt the 9
Exactly.
people because it's just a little bit. Ho said it's a Jay-Z
Exactly.
bar for
Versus
it's a Jay-Z bar for any and every life situation. If every nigga in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, nobody will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches.
these are my rhymes.
This is my first album. Hey, speaking of music, we gonna wrap it up. This one last thing, bro, because I thought about this last night. My mind be going to such random places, bro. Bow Wow.
You just don't know.
Bro, Bow Wow has been Bow Wow since 1993.
No, for real? No.
Yes.
That first song came out in 93 to Bounce With Me?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying Bow Wow has been Bow Wow like he was on Arsenio Hall's show in 1993. I saw the YouTube video last night. I don't know how that popped up on my YouTube algorithm. Bow Wow.
What you been watching? What you been watching?
Bro, Bow Wow. I want to make sure it's. Hold up. Bow Wow. Arsenio. 1993, bro.
Yeah, that's
And he got stage presence. I don't know if you know or if you've seen Bow Wow's a good performer. Like, did you see? You probably ain't see the verses he did with Soulja Boy.
Nah, I didn't.
But outside of Soulja Boy doing like just funny stuff, like showmanship, like Bow Wow controlled the stage, and like he really was rocking the crowd, and he's like a good performer. And I'm like, he's been doing it since '93. He should be a. People forget that Scream Tour was like the biggest thing, period, and he was headlining it. But I'm thinking about. I got a point that I want to get to. I'm thinking of Bow Wow, and I'm like, all right, Bow Wow was on the Arsenio Hall show 1993. Bow Wow's been Bow Wow since 93. Bow Wow has been Bow Wow and basically rich since like 2000. Bow Wow has been Bow Wow in 4 decades of human existence. He was Bow Wow in the 90s, he was Bow Wow in the 2000s, he was Bow Wow in the 2010s, and he's Bow Wow in the 2020s. Why is consistently winning laughed at? people point fingers and laugh and make fun of this man when they really need to be asking questions on how you did it.
Right. That's real. But I feel like the backlash he gets is from the Bow Wow challenge stuff.
It don't matter. Even before the Bow Wow, yeah, that Bow Wow challenge stuff, all right, cool. But that came and went. Like, why is he still like a joke to people? That Bow Wow challenge was a moment in time. That was, if you really want to think about it, that was probably like 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
But still, it feels like it was a big moment though. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff happens, and just because it may not be headlines or you may not see the memes as much anymore, but it's just kind of like a thing now. Now it's just kind of like cemented. Like you're a joke.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm not saying this is what it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case.
But I'm just saying, like, sustained excellence doesn't get the bravo that it should get. This man been Bow Wow in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s.
Yeah. No, that's
This man
real.
basically been rich. This man basically been rich since he was like a preteen. He's basically been rich since he was like 12.
So let's give Wayne his flowers.
Wayne gets his flowers. Bow don't. Like that versus was like a little bit of giving him his flowers. I'm just saying, and not even just talking about him, just in general. We look at people that's doing this stuff consistently for forever, and it's like you want to give more praise to the person that just started this like hot right now versus, yo, you've been doing this. You've been getting big bags in different ways for a long time. I don't even watch reality TV, but Bow Wow's still getting big bags from producing these reality TV shows. Now, that's how he's getting his money now. Some like
think-
Hip Hop Kids or something show that he's over.
Oh, is it? That makes sense. I
Something
think that
something Angela Simmons is on the show, but it's like Bow Wow's show, like how 50 get all the credit for Power and stuff. It's like this is like Bow Wow's show.
Yeah.
I don't know how that stuff works. You will know better than me, but I'm sure he gets a bigger check than everybody for that producer stuff.
For sure.
He still get brand partnership deals with. He's still probably making multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars with Ciroc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still probably getting paid $20,000 for a club appearance.
Mm-hmm. But human nature says that we have a problem with sameness.
If getting big bags, I'll keep it.
I know, but I'm just saying,
keep
just
it
human
same.
nature. That's just what it is. That's why people like they just call it different things. Like in basketball or sports, they call it voters fatigue. You can have one person who literally should probably win MVP for 10 years straight, but he will never win MVP for 10 years straight because of the sameness. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Bow Wow, if you ever see this, I respect you. And I want to know how you did it. Bro, just think about that, bro. I thought about that last night. I was like, dang, he's been Bow Wow since 93.
Yeah.
And I knew because he's the voice of the little kid on the doggy on Snoop's first album. And that came out in what? Probably around that time.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah,
Because
that's
Snoop's the
definitely
one
early.
that got him Snoop's the one that got him to Jermaine Dupri. Like, he was around for all that death row stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why I saw one time they was making fun of him on social media too. This might have been a year or two ago. I saw they had like, it's like that cover of it's either the Vibe magazine or one of them old hip hop magazines where it's like black background and it's just the heads of everybody on death row. It's like Pop,
Oh yeah, that's
Suge,
the source.
Snoop, the source. Bow
Oh, the
Wow,
source.
like there was a Photoshop. There was a Photoshop of that magazine cover, and it had Bow Wow's head in it. A fan sent it to him, and he posted it. Everybody was killing him. I was like, he was there.
Yeah.
I'm like, they just don't know. But he was there.
I was there.
But they just killing him in the comments. Like, I was like, but he was there though.
Right.
That fucking song, what's the song? I just know that they saying the teachers asking the kids what they want to be. Hey, little Jimmy, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor. Hey, Sarah, what do you want to be? A lawyer. They said, hey, you, little kid with the French braids. What do you want to be? He said, I want to be a motherfucking hustler. Then a beat drop. Doo-doo-dum, dum, 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 dum. Like, that was Bow Wow. He said, I'm going to be a motherfucking hustler. Doo-doo-dum, dum, 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 dum. Hey, Bow Wow, look, man. We fucking with you. And if you see this and you want to come and talk, because you're most likely a 7 or 8 figure entrepreneur, come and talk to my community, which is what this podcast is sponsored by. It's Crowded at the Top community of like-minded individuals, all entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs that's focused on getting to the bag. Within this community, instantly get access to every course, training, and ebook from myself. This information has people having 5-figure months, 6-figure years, and firing their jobs. Plus, you get additional trainings from other 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs. So Bow Wow, come on, give a training on how you did it in the community. And each and every single week, a member of that community is given $500. $1 grants you access. That $1, you will get access for an entire week. And if you like it, going forward after that, which I know you're going to love it, it's less than $1 a day going forward. It's literal pennies. www.AstenCeo.com or text the words I'm in to 859-605-3297. It's Crowded at the Top.